Hello and welcome to my channel. In this new video we're going to make a tutorial for the Eitan'S star icosahedron by Mf8. Come on, let's go! Okay, this is a very nicely done cube, icosahedron, 20 faces. Very scary at the beginning, lots of pieces. We have a total of 12 corners, 20 centers, and then two sets of 60 pieces. These three per face, they made up 60, and these pieces, which are all of them different, also 60 of them. Well, we have here work for a couple hours at least, if not more, and it's not going to be a walkthrough solve, a full walkthrough solve. It would take ages to record that. I will just give you an overall strategy, the order of pieces that I follow when solving the cube, and of course the algorithms, the commutators that I use to place each piece type. So let's get started. First piece type that I place in this case is the corners, because they are the only ones that make us clear color pattern, color scheme, so that they can guide us. We could also start with these ones here, these flattened triangles, which are easier to place if we place them first, but the thing is that they only have one color, so we don't know what's the adjacent color. We have to guide us with the corners, so why not put the corners, solve the corners first? So that's what we can do, and we can do it intuitively. We can just start placing them in the correct position with respect to the other corners. And if we need to rotate them, we can just take it away from one side and bring it back from the other side, and that rotates the corner by 2 steps. So we can rotate 2 steps, 2 steps, 2 steps, then 2 steps, and then the white would come again back here and get solved. So that's easy. And when we're getting to the last corners, we can have all of them placed, but a couple or more than a couple twisted. And how do we fix that without breaking the other corners? Well, we can take, for example, this face, this white face as reference level, and we can perform a commutator. We twist one of the corners and then put in its place one of these other 2 corners and twist it the other way around. So for example, if I want to twist this corner clockwise, I would move it away, bring it back, and then I would substitute it for this one and move it away from this side and bring it back from this other side. So twisting it counterclockwise and then returning it to this spot, and that way we could twist a couple of corners, one clockwise, the other counterclockwise, without affecting the orientation and the position of any other of the corners. Okay, so corners placed. Next piece type that we would do is these flattened triangles. And these triangles we would normally place them just by up, up, down, down. The most simple, the shortest possible commutator, 4 moves, up, up, down, down. And as you can see, the dark green one here came here, the yellow one here came here, and the pale pink here came here. We also moved 3 of these 2 color pieces, but those we're going to place them at the end, so no worries about that. And three of the centers, which we're going also to solve later, so no worries. But what's the problem? We have also affected these three corners, so this doesn't work when we place the corners first. So we're going to undo all this. Up, up, down, down from the other side. And we need to protect the corners somehow. So what we're going to do? We're going to do a conjugate. So we're going to move the corner away and bring it back before the insertion moves. So if I consider that the insertion moves are the moves on the left, the up and down on the left, I would do up, and then I would surround the insertion up with a conjugate. I would take the corner away from this face, and then I would do up, and then I would bring the corner back. So I preserve the corner, and now I can do down. And before I do down on the left, I would do the same conjugate. I would take the corner away, would move down, would bring the corner back. And we have transformed the commutator, the 4-move commutator, into an 8-move commutator, but you now can see that we have only affected one of these pieces and the big triangle, but not the corners. So the corners are safely in place, and we've managed to place to cycle these three small triangles. When setting up the pieces for this commutator, these rotations of the faces are very, very helpful, because I can change this triangle for this or this one very easily, so that this other one participates in the cycle. Same thing here, and same thing here. Of course, if I have to bring the triangles from farther away, for example, from this face, I can bring it here, and then rotate here, so that this participates in the cycle. But when I have solved most of these triangles, if I just need to insert this one here, and all this is solved, I can have difficulties in bringing here an unsolved piece so that it can participate in the cycle. So in that case, something very helpful is to combine two consecutive cycles, so that instead of these going here to here to here, I can do here to here to here to here. So in this side nothing is going to be affected, and I can cycle one piece here with two of the same color, which is very, very helpful. And how I'm going to do that? I would inject this on top of an already solved piece here, which then would go here, and I would break this one that would come here, and after that I place the spot where I want to fill with the yellow piece on top with a rotation of the yellow face, and then do a second cycle on the reverse, starting on the left, so that the yellow triangle that I moved here, I moved it away when I inserted the other one, would come back here to fill the other spot. The piece that's here would come here and finish the cycle, and the piece that I broke from here, that came here, would go back here, and nothing here would be altered. So in fact the effect would be that this comes to here, to here, to here. And that's very, very useful. It's just two commutators with a move of this face in between, and it's very effective. Following piece that we're going to solve is these big triangles, the centers of the faces. And for that we're going to use a pure cycle, so nothing else would be affected. So in fact we can also solve these pieces first and leave these for last, because both are pure commutators. But I like to solve this first, because then most of the cube is already on the correct color, and it makes me easier to spot these pieces. So I would solve these pieces here, and for that I will also do something very similar to the double cycle that we have discussed right now with these pieces, but with these pieces. So for example, I will take white as my reference level, and I'm going to cycle this to here, this to here, and this to here. I can choose whatever two of these three triangles in my reference level, not the one in the center of the face, these on the sides, and I can start on the right, participate in this, or on the left, participating with this. I will do it on the right, so I will do up, up, down, down, but not in this orientation, but in this orientation. So I'm going to cycle these three triangles, up, up, down, down, and as you can see from my reference level, I have just changed this piece, only that. So it's pure. I can turn the reference level, and I will do up, up, down, down from the other side. Now from the left, up, up, down, down, and I can turn my reference level back to where it was. As you can see, nothing has been affected here, and this dark red came here, this yellow came here, this green came here. And for setups for this cycle, we can, for example, use any triangles. For example, instead of this triangle, I can use any other triangle around this face. I can substitute it for this one or this one. The setups for this commutator are very easy, so we're going to fast and do it. Up, up, down, down, reference level back, and up, up, down, down from the other side, up, up, down, down. And now to the last piece type. This is the most difficult one because they are 60 pieces and they are unique. They're all different. Not like these, that there are 3 equivalent pieces. And for this, my setup is going to be, this is the one that I'm going to insert another one from the rest of the cube on this place. And my reference level can be very flexible. It can be either this face, where I could change it for this, or this, like that, or like that, but also I can turn the face on the left, so using this or this as the second piece in my reference level. So my reference level can be either this or this, the yellow or the white. And the other piece that's going to participate will have to be insertable here in this other piece. As you can see, this is the top triangle around this corner. Then we go down here, the other corner, immediately beneath it, and the triangle pointing down. So this and this. And in this place I can have lots of insertions. I can insert this one by a move like this. I can do it also on the right, inserting this one. But I can also use this one, which turning the light blue can go down like that. And of course, if I need to bring the triangle from other places in the cube, I can use setups that we will see later. For now, I will just use this triangle here, so my insertion will be this. But of course, before I do the insertion, I need to bring this piece down here and isolate it from the rest of the pieces from my reference level so that I don't alter any other pieces. And the conjugate that I will use to isolate the piece and bring it back here, down here, sorry, will be, I will first bring it here, and from here, here. I will bring it here, but instead of directly placing it down here, I will first protect also the other pieces that I brought from the reference level, most importantly this corner. So I will take the corner away, and now I will bring down the piece. And now the piece is here, and I can change it for this one with a clockwise turn of this center, and I will undo the conjugate. I go up, I bring back the corner I protected, and I go back up. Now I change it for this, or this, the one that I want. I will use this, so my reference level is this, and I undo all the commutator. So bring it back again, bring it down again, sorry, protect the corner, taking it away, bringing it down again. Now I have to do a counterclockwise insertion, the inverse that I used at the beginning, and now back up again, up, get the corner back in place, up, and then undo the reference level turn. And this white and yellow came here, this yellow and pink came here, and this blue and cream came here. I'm going to undo it, and that's it, more or less. Of course, I will need some setups, because the pieces are not going to be always in the places I need them to be, for them to be easily placed on the correct spot. So, for example, I have said that I can place this piece in the insertion point very easily, like that. But maybe I have to bring the pieces from farther away, or maybe it's not this one, but this one, the piece that I need, and it's just beside this one, so it looks difficult to place. In that case, I can rotate it by consecutive rotations of the face where it's placed, and for example, to insert this one here, I can take it here, now here, now here, and from here I can just move it here in one move. So I could easily make the commutator and insert the piece, this piece here. Now I have to remember that I have to undo first the light blue center, then the cream, and then again the light blue. So for me it helps to remember what was the color of the center that I turned. So light blue, cream, and then light blue again, because this center is going to be moved to this side. So I do it in reverse, light blue, cream, and light blue again. And regarding clockwise or counterclockwise, I can also remember that, but I can take a look at the matching of the pieces and the colors so that I can know if it's clockwise or counterclockwise. It's not very difficult, as these are triangles and there are only two possible options, so it's easy to check what's the correct turn to make. So that's it. These are all the tools you need to master this beast. Anyone can do it, it's just a matter of a bit of patience and carefulness, because it's easy to make a mistake and break part of the pieces that you have already solved. So yeah, be patient. Very nice cube, very difficult to find it now on sale, but yeah, I love it. So thank you for watching the video, I hope it helped. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe and activate the bell so that you receive notifications whenever I upload a new video, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye!